Hello, welcome to another edition of All the Castles. Hello Rooks. I know Simon usually says that, but he's guarding the car because we've very precariously parked here, so I have to be pretty quick about this. Behind me you can see Kentmere Hall at the top end, well not quite the top, but at the road end of the Kentmere Valley. It's now a private farmhouse, but the good thing is that there's a junction of quite a few footpaths, including the very popular Ubarrow Pass route, so there's fairly easy access to getting pretty close to the building. I'll swivel around and tell you about it now. Okay, well, this pele tower was built in the 13th century and the 14th century, and it's thought that it was built by one of the William Gilpins. Now the Gilpins lived here, but they didn't actually own the manor. It was a property of the manor of Kendal, and that was in the barony of Kendal rather, and that was in the custody of the Stapleton family. And there is some doubt about whether this is really a defensive structure, because it is quite well made and decorated, and it's not actually very secure, because as you can see from behind, it's down in a dip surrounded in a bowl of hills, so there's no way that anyone could really defend the tower from the roof, because there'd be sitting ducks up there from a bow shot from the flanks of the fell. So the turrets at least are pretty useless. They couldn't serve as a defensive function. There is a spiral staircase. It's tunnel vaulted. The adjoining farmhouse is probably 15th or 16th century itself, and there's a guardrobe at the northeastern corner. Yeah, you can see it jutting out, I think, from here. And the pride and joy is the extant medieval windows. Let's see if I can get closer up to those. Yeah, can you see those trefoil-like windows? And there's a plaque above them, which is now bare. Don't know what it once said. And the tower is now used as ordinary living accommodation. Now the original roof has gone, and if you look at it from the hillside above, it's actually looks quite a mess. So I'm not really proposing to go up and for the effort of filming something that rather destroys the looks of the building, but I will use the Ubarrow path to get a different sort of aspect for you and tell you a bit more about the Gilpins. So yes, this is the west facing wall, and as you can see, I got it completely wrong because the guardrobe is here on the left. So ignore what I said in the previous clip. You've also got this bricked up doorway here, and that's where the original entrance was at first floor level, as was customary with these pele towers. And yeah, if you look up, you can see the turrets and the coral bells are intact, but just beyond there you've got this horrible metal roof that as I say, really spoils it, unfortunately. And here's the other side. This is the north facing side of the tower, and you can see that there is some steps up to a doorway going into, I think that would be the second floor, but I don't think that's original. I mean, those steps aren't medieval, and neither is that green doorway, but like I say, it's now used for accommodation, so they've adapted things as they are, and it looks as if You can get up to the top of the roof. Whether it's safe or not is another question, but there's clearly a doorway there, so if the residents do want to go out onto the roof, they at least have the opportunity. And yeah, all in all, this is one of the grandest of the peel towers, I think. But as I say, there is a suspicion that William Gilpin built it for show rather than defence. Now, the Gilpins were here from at least the 15th century onwards, and William Gilpin, not the one who built the tower, was killed at the Battle of Bosworth in 1485. Then gradually the fortunes of the family started to slip due to support for the Royalist cause in the English Civil War, and then protracted inheritance disputes. One of the William Gilpins, lived to quite a ripe old age and married twice, and there was heirs on both sides of the family, and they fought it out rather. And the last Gilpin here was Catherine Gilpin, who died in 1672, and then it passed into different hands, and it has been owned by absentee landlords and tenant farmers ever since. And one Gilpin of note who was born here was Bernard Gilpin, who was a famed preacher in Tudor times, and he was known as the Apostle of the North until his death in 1586. So that's the end of our visit to Kentmere Hall.
What's up, Rooks? Welcome back to another episode of All the Castles, the show when we visit all the castles within the UK. Today we are here at Ubarrow Hall in Cumbria. It's kind of near Kendalish, in some really beautiful countryside. Looks like it's attached to a farmhouse, and I'm currently very, very cold.
Okay, so that's Ubarrow Hall. That's the Peel Tower, the detached building
Between the trees.
between the trees. It used to be directly attached to the farmhouse, but now there's a bit of separation. It was built in the 15th century, and the farmhouse was added in the 17th century. It's got a vaulted basement. It was originally with the family called de Leyburn, and passed to the Harringtons, and we talked about the Harringtons quite a bit before, and went to them through marriage. It's got a gabled roof now, which isn't original, obviously, and although it's now only 2 stories, we don't know precisely how much higher it was before they put that roof on. So it could have been as high as 4 stories, but we just don't know, unfortunately. Like most of these Peel towers, it's got a first floor entrance, and the walls are 6 feet thick. It's in the lovely valley of Longsledale, which is a dead end, but a lot of walks start from the parking at the end of the road up there. This is about halfway along the valley to that, so it's absolutely beautiful sight. Unfortunately, it is a private farm, and there isn't a footpath getting any nearer than this, so I'm afraid that's it for this one, but we've covered it.
Hello, here we are on to what is probably our final castle of this current video. We are at Killington Hall, the Peel Tower. A beautiful place in the village of Killington. Definitely never been a serial killer who lives here at all. The name, God knows where it comes from. Well, at least
Are you confusing it with Rillington Place?
Rillington Place?
Where the serial killer John Christie lived?
Mate, no, it's just because it's got killing in the name.
Ah, right, okay, fair enough.
Apparently, Rage Against the Machine also like to go on holiday here on occasion.
Okay. But, okay, so this is Killington Hall. It was built in the early 15th century and originally had cross wings going out this way, but it was substantially altered in 1640 and then again in 1803, but the Peel Tower is the most obviously medieval bit of the building that's been left untouched. It was built by the Pickerings. Now the Pickerings were a family that was related to the de Bruce family, who may have been connected with Robert the Bruce, and they were a junior branch, so they were encouraged to take a different name. And as this guy William de Bruce was living in Pickering at the time, he became William de Pickering. But the senior members of the Bruce family did look after the juniors, so he came up here in 1250 to become the steward of Kendal, which was part of the manor owned by Peter de Bruce, his distant cousin. And eventually, due to the normal laws of inheritance and failing marriages and that sort of thing, or marriages failing to produce an heir, it did actually come to the Pickerings in their own right. It originally had a moat. I don't know, I mean, this is a natural stream, it's not a moat, so I'm not entirely sure where the moat ran, perhaps around here. Not too clear about that. Now, until pretty recently, the Peel Tower was just a shell. There were no floors, no glass in the window, no nothing. But it was restored in 2019, and now you can actually stay here. So I don't know if you want to fill the QR code, Simon, give people the opportunity to use it.
There you go. If you fancy a nice lovely holiday in Cumbria, do that.
Okay, and you'll notice on this side that they've still got the lovely 15th century windows. With that floor has 3 lights and that one has 4, but you've still got the medieval trefoil pattern at the top.
Beautiful.
And it's got embattled parapets. It was inhabited by the Pickerings till about the mid 17th century, and then it passed over to the Kitsons. So I think it's the Kitson coat of arms rather than the Pickerings that you can see above the doorway here. So, as you can see, absolutely gorgeous property. So, yeah, Killington Hall, that's it.
Beautiful.
Now then, this is the church of All Saints, and this started out as the chapel to Killington Hall. Therefore, you know, it is technically part of the castle, so we can extend the video for this. And it was only made into a parish church in 1585, so that was towards the end of the Pickerings' time.